you doing? How's it been? How's your week?
Yeah, good, man. Really good. Busy week.
How's that Bugatti?
Yeah, it's tiring, expensive.
Yeah, gotta. I can imagine, man.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that Bugatti, I was watching. There's this guy who used to do YouTube, and him and his father used in London, like a very well-known, established car rental business, right? From Bugatti to Rolls, a shit dozen of G-Wagons and so on. But Bugatti was the main one. And he's just been raided by police.
Oh, shit.
Obviously, there's reports again. This is all just thing. But yeah, just
sorry, we're not naming names.
I'm not naming names. Yeah, I don't know anything. But apparently got raided by police because it was just a front for his uncle's drug empire.
Dude, are these guys just like copying my fucking script or what? What is going on, bro? What is happening?
They heard it and all of a sudden it's jumped on. That's why I shared it with you because it sounds like a script. But yeah, no, literally, I just read it before we came on.
That's pretty good, actually. Send me the article. I might get some inspiration from that, to be honest.
How does he? Yeah.
No, sorry. Let me just clarify. I mean for the script only, okay? Yeah. I don't mean right. First of all, I don't have the money to purchase any Bugattis, even on loan or nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing, bro.
Not even to purchase a bag. Never mind a Bugatti, bro.
Are you kidding me? I can't even purchase the tire caps.
Yeah. But now, but
seriously though,
how have you been? You been well?
I've been well. Just work and home and stuff. And I look forward to these chats.
Yeah,
with this. Yeah, it's like a catch up, like a roundup. And then we plan for the weekend ahead. You know what I mean? For us, it's the week is split into two. Do you know what I mean? You got the weekdays and then you got the weekends and
you got
so
the weekday
on,
pods and the weekend pod. That's how it is.
P1 and P2. Yeah, P1 and P2. Do you know what I mean? And I look forward to them because there's a lot that we can just get off our chest. You know what I mean? Like
men being men.
Your chest. Yeah, absolutely. Stuff that you can't say to your wife. Maybe that should be the name of the podcast, really. Stuff that you can't say to your wife.
Love that, by the way. I feel like you can't even complain to your wife. Fucking hurt my neck today. I don't even know how. This is a sign I'm getting old, right? My father rang, so I answered the phone, and because I was outside, I tried to put my hoodie on. -3 degrees, so I was like, let me put my hoodie up here. And as while I'm holding the phone and moving my neck in a position so I can lift my arm,
oh no,
I felt a twitch go in my neck. Now I feel like those guys who like fucking walking around after being in the car accident, whiplash. And they're like, I got in the car driving.
The old Batman.
Yeah, it's me.
No neck movements.
Looking to the right because obviously pulled up to a junction afterwards because I needed to go to the shops and pulled up to a junction. I was like, oh, fuck, I can't look right. As you can see in the car, this was me, right? Yeah.
I bet you scared some people. Do you know?
People
what's this guy
doing?
What's
he doing?
It's the whole body movement. Do you know what I mean?
Got to the shop and I was like, if it was anything below eye level, I was like, excuse me, can you get that for me? Because I can't. I had to bend with my hips.
Suspicious. It just looks suspicious. Do you know what I mean? Like when you try to move your whole shoulders to turn right, it looks suspicious. I was moving
the whole torso. I was like, fucking anything to move some shoulders. I was moving like all the movement just came from the hips.
See, if listeners can see this, right, it's even funnier because obviously we both sat down, and when you do that, it just looks like you're on some sort of like rotating hip or some shit. You know what I mean?
Just fucking bullshit. Well, the listeners need to let us know. Do they want to see us live? Do they want to see visuals of this, or do they simply prefer on the audio?
I mean, yeah, if you want to see the amazing...
We're going to do it anyway. We don't really care, do we? We're going to do it regardless. We're just going to do it anyway.
If they want to see the paint in the background, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was thinking about changing my paint. I don't know how to do, but maybe have the Chelsea flag or something on the back. And then you have the Arsenal flag.
I like that.
And that way...
I think you just have to obviously we won't do it now because we're recording, but I think you can just add your own picture from file. Yeah. That's a good shout out, actually. Yeah, you know what? That's good. That's good. I like it. But whilst it's just me and you watching, it doesn't matter, does it, really?
Yeah.
I know you're a Chelsea fan. I know you're a Chelsea fan.
I'm a Chelsea fan. Even the listeners know I'm a Chelsea fan. But yeah,
exactly. Well, that's the whole point. Yeah.
But have you been watching anything this week? Anything exciting that you've watched or seen or read or heard? Or
I finished the Brother's Son, which was really good.
Yeah.
And as I've said in the group as well, to our dear friend who's asked the question, which we will answer at the end of the pod. He's watching it right now. He's enjoying it, and I finished that, which is good. And I've started watching Ozark.
Yeah. I heard a good thing about that one. Yeah. Isn't it like where the family's like
they literally move
by cartel or something and move and just to be. Yeah, I've seen
the whole premise. The whole premise is basically the guy launders money he's a very good financial advisor. He launders money for one of the cartels, and in the first episode is just boom. Do you know what I mean? You're straight into the action.
Good,
the cartels.
That's what I love. It's like, none of this build up.
Yeah, no build up. I mean, obviously, as much you've seen Breaking Bad, haven't you?
Yes, but a very long time ago. That was like back up north when I.
Oh yeah, that is a long time. Shit, damn, so that is a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since then. Yeah.
But with Breaking Bad, as good as it was, it did take a few episodes.
Yeah, it was slow.
It was very, very slow. Which is, in a way, when you think back, it's like, oh, that's actually quite good because it builds more into the the normal day of a person.
I agree with you there because you get to see that. But on reflection, you're like, actually, it was really good because we needed that slow build up to get to know the characters and so on.
That's right.
But if you're watching it, you're like, not for me. Come on, you can very easily tell. Exactly, that's what I mean.
Give me something.
Give me something else. Like, let's see. But once you stick to it, then you're kind of grateful for the slow beginning for the first 2-3 episodes. You're like, actually, that it needed those 2-3 episodes.
Yeah, 100%. But
so this one is full on.
Oh yeah, this is like straight from it sort of sets it up quite nicely. But again, I'm yet to watch a show that matches Breaking Bad in that sort of slow burn, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, we're actually in with this guy, and you know what I mean, like that feeling that you get when you watch Breaking Bad. But there isn't many shows like that, or any at all, to be honest.
I don't think we'll see many like that, to be fair, mate, unless there's going to be a ballsy director who just says, actually, this is what, let's put some good shows on again, because we're in the age now where TikTok and short videos of Instagram, everything is 10 seconds. If you don't grab the attention within 10 seconds, you're like, people are like, next,
switch on,
next video,
switch off,
next. And I'm sure guys can relate to this. I don't know if you can. I'm sure you can as well. You go to the toilet, and before you know, you've been in there like flipping half an hour, and you think like, what the fuck am I still doing here?
Yeah,
you've just gone down a rabbit hole of YouTube Shorts or like Instagram or TikTok or whatever other socials you've got. You're just constantly like, what the fuck is what? How did they build that with bamboo sticks?
Wait, did I actually end up on Telegram? How did I end up on Telegram? What am I doing on Telegram?
It's like that. You sat there going, did I eat today?
I feel like we mentioned Cat Williams, on an unhealthy amount of times in every single episode. Yes. I bet there ain't shit in there, man. But staring at the fridge, love that. But so Ozark's been, I'm enjoying it. I'm on season 2 right now. Because I started watching it a while ago, but like I said, I was expecting more of a Breaking Bad style show, but then when I didn't get it, I thought, oh my god, no, I need to stop watching this. But then I just stuck with it, and it got really interesting. But yeah, what's been more interesting is a guy on YouTube called DIY Perks. I don't know if you've ever seen his channel. Basically, I will send you a link, right? Because what he did on his latest episode was just mind fucking blowing. And I will say it fully like that. He took apart a PS5 and he used the motherboard of a PS5 and he actually made it into a handheld tablet. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is, we talk about half an hour in the toilet. That's literally what I did last night. 12 o'clock. I found myself in the toilet. I'm like, why am I still here watching this guy? But I can't take my eyes off it because he is so good at what he does. Like, honestly, mind blowing. He literally, so basically you can pick this thing up, which has got a PS5 motherboard in it. It's like an iPad, but a bit thicker, obviously, as you can imagine. And you can literally just take it anywhere. Just plug it in and take it anywhere. It's like a portable PS5 with the built-in screen. Unreal, unbelievable, and I will send you the link and just make sure you've got some time to spend.
Has he done that long time ago? Like, because PS5 Sony have brought out a portable handheld that kind of connects to your PS5.
Oh no, that's just.
Have you seen that one?
That's just for streaming the games off the PS5.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Whereas what he built, it's actually like basically it's
a portable PS5.
It's a portable PS5 that you can obviously still use the controller normally. You don't have to have a TV or anything like it. You just take it anywhere, plug it into the main socket because it's got a power cable into the main socket. Boom, you're playing. OLED screen, OLED screen, unreal, man. Like,
this guy needs to start patenting that shit and just be like,
yeah, no, Sony would have a problem with that, to be honest.
Well, I know, but they do customization to shoes and customization to cars. This is a customization to your PS5.
I think he can get away with it. I think he can get away with it because he obviously sort of builds it only for content creation and for personal use, whilst obviously showing people. But it doesn't. There's no
Sony
way.
needs to bring this guy in. If anything, bring this guy in.
Why? Why though? He's better than everyone at Sony. Why would he want a job with Sony?
No, I get that, but exactly. But
and he's making so much more money. He's got 4 million subscribers, man. 4 million subscribers.
But he'll probably sell 10 million copies of that and just get I don't know, a small, not even a small. I'll just say like I'll go 50-50. Yeah. Sony willing to make money if he does it, patents it. Yeah. There's way. This is that Dragon's Den coming in. I'll want 10p or £1 for every unit you sell.
But that's a lot of units, mate. That's a lot of units.
No, but
That was very, very interesting. And before that, he built this like very slimline PS5. Like can you see that on screen?
Yeah.
Literally
like
about this big, less than an inch. But he built it all in copper, in a copper finish. Like it blew my mind hole. And I'm like, I don't even know what this guy used to do. I think some sort of engineer at some point in his life. I don't know. Yeah, it could well be, to be honest. It could well be. But yeah, what about yourself? Anything interesting? Anything?
To be fair, we've been watching a little bit of just an easy watch, Percy Jackson on.
Okay.
Not great. I thought it was going to be like one of those because obviously the books and the movie came out a while ago, and then but the TV show itself is just it's kids show really. It's not like for adults watching it. So then we kind of gave up on that after a couple of episodes. We watched Jack Reacher. We're still on that. We're still bumming a bit of Jack Reacher and his.
You still haven't finished it?
Well, we've caught up. Obviously, we're waiting episode per episode.
Oh,
missed a couple of episodes due to obviously having a baby and so on. So then it was nice when you had to watch 2 episodes or 3 episodes on the bounce. And going back to that weekly wait, you're like, oh, come on, like just put it on there, will you?
Yeah. Why haven't you done this yet? Yeah. I used to do that with Better Call Saul when it first came out on Netflix. Right. I watched the first episode and then I used to think, do you know what? I'm going to wait until April because that's when the show, one season finished. I used to wait until April until they're all available and then just binge the hell out of them because
that's the thing. Yeah,
I just love binging. Especially if it's gripping as a show. You think, why am I waiting a week? Where can I find this thing? Do you know what I mean?
It's difficult. I suppose it's good for you to be able to withdraw yourself for a little bit in a way, but then again, you kind of like for your own bit, you just want to sit there and just like binge, watch one after the other, and finish it in 2 days. And you're like, do you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now let me go about my life.
Yeah, because I'm not thinking about it constantly.
That's it, exactly. That's the downside, isn't it? Because when it finishes, like, what did it just finish? Who can wait till Friday? Or who can wait till whatever day it is? But yeah, that's what we've been doing. And then, to be honest with you, I haven't had much time to watch TV. I've not even watched any other footy that happened this week. The FA Cup replays. I've not watched anything on AFCON, Asian Cups, nothing like that. And I've just been busy, to be fair. Today, did a bit of manly stuff like.
Did you go spit and shave and stuff?
Yeah, spit. No, I didn't shave.
Oh, you didn't shave? Oh, clearly.
As you can see. But no, my father-in-law's car had the engine. Checked the engine management light, so I took it to the mechanic to put it on the computer, and he just said it was a code. So I quickly Googled what the code is, and then just trying to get it fixed, and get the tools out, jack the car, quick, and it was fine. We did it, and I was like, don't worry. Although, like, I was very disappointed at the fact that he was like, no, it's okay, don't worry. You want to? I was like, trust me, I can do this. Yeah. It is not that hard.
Challenge,
There's literally 3 screws.
It's a challenge for you at that point.
So that's literally what it was. I put that part on, but I felt a little bit, what's the word, unappreciated because I told him something, and then he was like, yeah, let me just ask somebody, and he asked the other guy the same question, and I was like, did he not believe me? I looked at my partner and my wife was like, don't worry. I was like,
no, you can't not worry. You're not going to be able to sleep now for a week just thinking about that moment. You know what I mean?
Stuff like that, but isn't it? It's like,
thinking, am I not good enough for you?
My dad is the same as well. My dad is like, kind of like, feels like as if somebody he's known for longer, just simply based on experience. They're like, no, let me ask so-and-so because so-and-so might know. And I'm like, Dad, I just told you what it is. You don't need to ask so-and-so. But they ask so-and-so.
Why do dads do this? Why do dads do this?
I was putting some outside storage unit together. Like, again, it was all plastic. It's like it's a clipping in, basically.
Manly stuff.
And it came to covering the holes with the plastic pieces at the end, but I had it kind of upside down. So my father-in-law was like, just turn it over. I was like, yes, like that was my next option.
Yeah, I was going to actually do exactly that. Yes,
and it made me laugh a little bit because it reminded me when people go, there's a push and a pull door, like on most doors, and you kind of push, but it's a pull, and somebody goes, it's a pull, and you're like, that is my next option. What do you think I was going to do? Grab it from the fucking bottom and lift it up? It's like,
just go straight through it. Like, what the fuck? Would you... Yeah, I'm just gonna put my helmet on and my pads so I can run directly straight through this door. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? No, but
speaking of people, by the way, sorry to interrupt. Very quickly moving it to a thing, and I can bring it back to that. I had serious road rage today. I don't know if you guys, get road rage now that you've moved out here.
I'm gone grey because of road rage.
Oh, right, okay, so you get it. Because the way you were shaking your head, I thought, like, is this guy just full on Usa, Mello?
No, Wusa after I've killed the guy.
Namaste.
Yeah, after I've shot the guy in the face. But for me, it's mainly women drivers. And I will happily say that. I don't care if it sounds sexist. For me, it's women fucking drivers because they've got no fucking common sense.
That's what you've experienced. Based on the experiences you've had.
They've got no common sense on the road. That's the way I look at it. Go on, tell me.
No,
tell me.
I was just driving. This geezer was on the right. He was indicating. I was like, assuming I was gonna go by. I was in my own lane. I had my own right. He just decided to keep pulling out, like to bully my way in. I was like, no, mate, you're not gonna bully me. I've worked very hard for this guy. I wonder if I can put my foot down as well. And then he just literally cut. If I didn't stop, he was gonna crash into me. And I just thought, I need the car, God forbid for anything. Do you know what I mean? Especially now, father of two and a little one. I was like, because otherwise I'd have been just hit it, mate. Like I've worked hard for the car, but just hit it. I don't care because it's your fault. It's your fault.
You are the same. I say the same thing to my wife when I'm driving and someone pulls out. I'm like, mate, just hit me. Please hit me, right?
Just hit it.
I'll take some time off work. I'll get some money off you, and just hit me, bro. Just hit me. But
the car's gonna get sorted anyway. So just hit me.
It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, it's literally just a bit of tin. I can just get some what they call the pullers. You know, the dent pullers. I just get some dent pullers. It's fine. Get it from Amazon. They're cheap as fuck. It doesn't matter. But no, I think I found out that in London, or in the London area, it's basically, you've got, when you pull up to a junction, you've got the double sort of lines, the double lines at the junction.
The brake lines, yeah.
Yeah, so
the ones that kind of let you know you must give way.
Yeah, so you've got the dotted line, the double dotted lines.
Double dotted lines.
So you pull up at the junction. London is the only place where that double dotted line gets extended to halfway through the road. Do you know what I mean? So I don't understand how that works, but apparently they've got different rules here where it's like, no, that's not my junction, mate. That's someone else's.
Literally, listen, that is taught on the lessons here, because otherwise you'll be stood on that junction forever. Yeah. Because there's so much traffic and so much cars on the road, so many cars on the road, there is kind of like, you just have to clear one way. Okay, so up north when we did our test, it was like, look both ways, is it clear? Move out.
Then move, yeah.
Here it's kind of like, look right, is right clear, block right, look left, is left clear, then
boom,
go.
Get on with it. I mean?
Yeah. So you're coming down the right, you just see this geezer pull out in front of you, like, where are you going, mate? Like, but you just have to stop. I feel like that is how they're taught here.
Yeah.
Because now I still haven't got used to that. That's what I do now. I kind of pull out. Wait, is the next person letting me go? And then that's when you've blocked the right hand lane or the left lane because the cars are coming, but to you it's the right hand side and you're looking left. In Britain, obviously, for the people,
of course. We're in the UK, so use your common sense.
So obviously, you're pulling out. You look right, nothing. You've blocked them, and then that's when the oncoming traffic from the other side, and as you look to the left, that's when they feel a bit more obliged to let you go.
Yeah, because you blocked the road. Yeah, because
you will literally be sat at that junction for 10 minutes. Yeah. Nobody will let you pass.
I'm doing it in centimeter increments.
Now just get out there. Just get out there.
I'm learning. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to be a bit more patient.
Just look out the window and just stare at them out and be like, "Are you really gonna hit me, bro? Are you really gonna hit me?"
That I'm doing, but I'm still, like I said, like every time I'm on the road here, it's just like a centimeter increments at a time. Yeah, a bit more confidence and pull out. But not honestly today, some guy in a Mini, and if that guy is listening to this by some chat, I swear to God, right, in his rearview mirror, like he pulled out. In a Golf, he came out just from the right junction, just pulled out directly in front of me. He decided to speed up, but the thing is, because it's morning, there's traffic ahead, so you can speed up, but you're going to slow down in matter of seconds. And I'm going at speed, so do you know what I mean? So if I'm not paying attention, I will hit you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway, so this guy pulls out, and I swear to God, right, all he could see from his rearview mirror was just me doing this to him. And I was just waiting for him to react. I was waiting for him.
I would have gave him the birdie, like the little prick. That's what I gave my guy. This guy, he took a foot down and just trying to do it. We stopped at the light, similar to you, and I was just on like waving to him, and I was just birding, and the whole. I was waving,
wishing him well.
Yeah, wishing him well. That's it, literally. It's like I was saying, do you play dice?
This is how you play dominoes, you must. Anyways, yeah.
Where did you get your laxity, Daft?
Yeah, well, apparently nowhere. Apparently they just paid for it, really. So, but yeah, road rage is something that I'm trying to control myself a little bit more, because I do not want to stress myself out over some prick in a Mini or Golf or whatever.
Isn't it pointless? Because like after a bit, like you just think to yourself, why do I even let that bother me?
Yeah, because that guy's not thinking about it. He's just going about his business.
He's living what's that saying? Living in your head
rent free in my head. Yeah. All the way home, I'm like, this motherfucker, I can't believe it. I fucking dare you. I dare you to look at me. I'm looking. So I'm looking at his rearview mirror and I'm waiting for him to react, but they just look and then they look down. Yeah, just 10 and 2. They don't even. Yeah, they just look like that. Like, oh, quick to the left. But yeah,
hands on 10-2 position, staring directly forward.
honestly, I'm trying to control it, but it just gets more and more difficult because it's not even the fact that you pulled out. It's just the lack of common sense of when to pull out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, look, we're all going the same direction, and guess what? We're still going to be stuck behind that traffic, mate. It doesn't matter if you're in front of me. I'm right up your ass, first of all. So I'm not gonna. It's not like you've created a distance and gone like miles and then came to a stop. No. You've just beat me to the traffic first. That's literally it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
It's difficult. I'm telling you, like here is just like it's just so crazy. The more you can drive in as well, by the way, like into like as you get closer to the center, I feel like as if they're trying to push the car owners out a little bit, like trying to make it as exclusive as possible. I don't know if other people have felt this, but and it's just like insurance has gone through the roof. We touched this on last time. Car taxes through the roof, and then there's certain roads they're just like, oh, you can't go through here. Only cyclists and emergency services or local buses, by the way. And it's got a camera, bro. Like I don't know how many penalties I've had because I've gone through that road before, and all of a sudden now there's a camera there in a post that I haven't read because I'm on autopilot. I go through here all the time. Now I've got to deviate and divert and go flipping 3 miles out to come back to where I am. And I'm like, what? And I feel like this is kind of just for car users to be like, do you know, I'll just get a bike or I'll just cycle or I'll use public transport. But for me, I'm a bit of that Jeremy Clarkson thinking. A car will always be better than public transport. Full stop. Doesn't matter where you live in London, Manchester,
better than a bike.
Where you live,
better than public transport. Like all of it. Cyclists, don't even get me started on cyclists, mate, because where we live and to get to work, we have to go through like a B road, and the B road is tight enough as it is. And the state of the roads themselves are not exactly good. You know what I mean? There's potholes everywhere. And now that it's like -3, -4, whatever it is, they get worse, progressively worse, right? And the last thing I need is a fucking cyclist that's taken up a quarter of the tiny little road that I have to go through when there's other traffic coming the other way. And we're talking like vans, and vans don't give a shit. Van drivers, everywhere you go, they don't give a flying toss. If they hit you, they're like, no worries, mate. See you later. I don't care.
You caught me below the wing mirror, pal. You caught me below the wing mirror.
That's your problem now, that's your problem now, It's your car that's damaged. So cyclists, I am a firm believer that if cyclists are going to use main roads, they have to start paying road tax.
100%. I'm 100%
they have to pay road tax. I don't care if you're trying to be fit or healthy. If a car hits you, you will be dead. Right? It doesn't matter how healthy you want to be, you will die. And I just want the purge to be a thing for like just one time, right? Just one time. And those are the first people I willingly will go after. Like I will find them on the road, just go scoping for them. Like, there you are. I found you. I will run your ass over. Them and then bus drivers. Those
just
are the
join
two.
A cycling club, bro, and then just go turn up with your car.
I can't because I'll end up burning all their bikes and bending all their bikes because I've ran over them with my car. So yeah,
bus drivers. I agree with you on bus drivers as well. By the way, I just can't stand bus drivers.
Bus drivers, they think they've got this like right to. I'm just gonna pull out whenever the fuck I want.
Eternal right, like it's my road. I stopped here, now I can pull out. Like, no, bro. Like highway code, mirror, signal, maneuver. Yeah.
I don't remember anywhere in my driving tests or theory tests to say that you must give way. No, if I feel it's safe for me to give you way, I will give you way. If I'm a distance and I see you signaling, no problem, mate. I'll flash you out. Absolutely no issues. But do not just pull out with no signal and expect me to stop. And next time I won't stop. And if you hit me, guess what? I'm gonna get paid. So I don't give a shit at that point.
Either way, we're winning.
Bus drivers and cyclists, those are the two people that I hate right now. And it's only happened when I moved to London, because I didn't mind them up there in the north because they have a little bit of respect. It wasn't bad at all. They have some respect.
And also, there's not that many buses. It comes like once every 20 minutes. Here it's like once every 5 minutes. If that. But if here it's like once every full. 5 minutes, and so many different bus routes, and it's just insane. It's insane. Now I agree with you on the bus drivers. That happened to me the other day. Like I was on the overtake and I was on the rear wheel arch there, just about to go, and the geezer decides to pull out.
Just to pull out, And then
they put a hand out. Then he indicated, put your hand out.
Put a hand out, and then and they give me a thumbs up. I'm like, I don't remember letting you out, mate. Like, you know what I mean? Just if I could reach your thumb right now, I'll pull you out your fucking cab, you bastard. But anyway,
worst thing for me is when you're coming down a tight road, and this happens every time I drop my little one to nursery, and I have the right of way because cars are parked on your side. My side is clear. Does not mean I'm going to stop for you. I'm going to go about my business. Again, the highway code suggests give way if your road is blocked.
Yeah.
My road isn't blocked, bro. My road is clear, so I'm driving. This guy decides to pull out, and I'm like you. I just drive. I just continue, and I make sure I put my car in a position that I'm not going to scratch my alloys.
Yeah.
I'm not going to damage my car just because you have made the wrong decision. So I'll continue about it. If you hit me, then you hit me. And then I love it now. They stare. Like at the beginning, like you'll get used to it. At the beginning, I'll be like, "What the hell's he doing?" Change basically start steering a little bit to the left, squeeze, all that stuff. Now I'm like, "Now, bro, just do. This is my lane. Like, you crack on. If you want to hit me, hit me."
The trick that I found with that is, and something that I told my wife as well when I was teaching her how to drive, is if you're in that position where you kind of like, oh, well, should I give way? Should I not give way? If you see a guy like the car at a distance, then just make sure you position yourself in the middle of the road, and then it's that guy's problem. Like if he comes racing down, it's his problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the way that is. You know what I mean? Position
yourself in the middle of the road. You mean middle of the lane, right? You don't mean middle of the road. Yeah, you don't mean take over the whole road. You mean like middle of your lane.
But the thing is, right? Because again, depending on how tight the road is, if it's a tight road and there's cars parked, and you're trying to sort of maneuver your way around the parked cars, then obviously you will have to go to the other side of the road because where are you going to go? Do you know what I'm saying?
No. So I thought you meant the situation that I had experience with the driver, but that makes sense.
No. I mean, like if the road's blocked, you just position yourself in the middle of the road, so you've taken up any space that he thinks he has or she has or whatever. You've taken that up now, so then it's up to them to like realize, oh wait, I can't go down there because there is a fucking car coming my way. So if I drive down, I will hit them. It's their problem at that point. You know what I mean? You've positioned yourself. You well within your rights to do that because where else are you gonna fucking go? You're not gonna start hopping over cars and shit. So do you know what I mean? But it's stuff that I'm learning very incrementally here.
With time,
absolutely. But you know what? Should we talk about some football? Should we talk about some? Well, say football. I mean, there hasn't really.
I'll be honest. We can talk about football. I haven't seen nothing. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched anything.
Talk about some transfers. I don't know. I haven't really.
Transfers. Like I saw that interview with Ivan Toney saying that he doesn't think he's going to leave, but then he didn't give any guarantees that he won't leave, and he's just like, I want to stay here and help Brentford, but if an offer comes in, I want to stay and help Brentford, but everybody dreams of playing for a top 5, top 6 club. So what you're saying is like, don't be mad at me. I want to stay, but I've also got dreams of and aspirations to do better than you and move on. And just like, bro, just come out and just say, like, you guys have been amazing to me, but if Arsenal comes in, I can't turn that down.
Which they want for 100 million. There's absolutely no fucking way Arsenal going in for them now.
Priced out. Like he needs to speak to somebody. He's getting priced out.
Yeah.
If he really wants to move, he needs to do like what Gareth Bale did and some other people, which is really shitty. But kind of refuse to train, refuse to turn up to the point where the club have to sell you because the club are ruining your dream, your aspirations by overpricing you. Come on, let's be serious. Ivan Toney's not worth 100 million.
Especially after an 8-month ban as well. I don't think so, mate. Not even close. Exactly. Not even close. That 8-month ban, that should really take like 70 million out your price tag easily because you haven't played.
Yeah,
you haven't played. You haven't trained. Has he even been training? I don't even know.
I think he's been training.
Was he allowed to train? Okay.
I believe. I don't know. Brentford fans. I'm sure they'll tell us. But for me, it's not even about training. It's about match fitness because you can train all week, but if you don't play on the Saturday, Sunday, you just don't know how fast the game is. And you know what the Prem is like. You've seen these foreign guys come over and really struggle first season, second, some even second season. Like look, some Chelsea players and so on.
And they've left.
Yeah, and they've left.
Pepe, Nicolas Pepe,
Pepe for you guys,
never got used to
Mudryks and the Enzos and so on. So, yeah, one guy that I have seen struggle first season, second season was terrific was Ramirez. I remember when Ramirez came in and I was like, who is this scrawny little lad doing? He's not going to do nothing here. He's going to get battered first season. The second season, I don't know what he did, but he just adapted really, really well.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what makes a good player as well. Like, how fast you can adapt to the speed of the game and how willing you are to adapt to the speed of the game. Do you know what I mean? And because some players, like I said, for Pepe, for example, he must have thought, oh, well, I fucking did well in Ligue 1 with Lille and shit. And so, I'm the top guy with Arsenal. So I'm not gonna adjust. They need to adjust around me. He's like, well, bro, you're out. You play for
the league
Trabzonspor or some shit like you play in Turkey. Like, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? You need to be able to have that adaptability as a player, and especially at the elite level. No one will do you any favors.
No, I agree with you. Ivan Toney will probably have that, but it's just the fact that he's been off for so long. 100 million is too much. Brentford know what they're doing. They're going to put a crazy price tag. If they come and buy him for a crazy price tag, they're willing to go happily and be like, oh, well, we're happy with that. What was the name? Brighton with Caicedo, 80 million, and then all of a sudden, like, let's hold on for another year, or another 6 months. We might be able to get an extra 25 from somebody, or 35. I don't even know how much it cost Chelsea. I think 115 or 105. No, 115, wasn't it?
115, yeah.
115, yeah. Declan Rice was 105, and look at it, and so. If there's always somebody foolish enough out there to pay those price tags, but realistically,
I think that's a January tax on players nowadays, because again, you midway through a season, you can't blame them. You can't blame a team like Brentford, for example. They've got aspirations to stay in the Premier League and to cement a good position in the Premier League, for the foreseeable future. So for them, it's not worth it to sell Ivan Toney at any lower price. They're like, fuck it, you want to buy him that badly? We'll sign for 100 million, because they know, shit, we can scrape through this season. We've got 100 mil to spend during the summer. We've got 2-3 months, to find players or a relevant, like a player who's maybe not to the same standards of Ivan Toney, but they've got enough money to purchase 2-3 players who are like, all right, okay, well, we'll just switch them around and see which one works best. Yeah. But midway through a season, it's difficult, because let's say they sold them for 40 million, for example. Who's Brentford going to get in for 40 million? Like, let's just be honest, they're not a top 5 club.
No, absolutely.
So how are you going to sell that dream to someone?
But even on the 100 million stuff, they'll end up paying 40 million for a person who's 20 million if they become desperate and leave it too late. So this is the thing. If he is going to go for 100 million, or you want top dollar, just say to Arsenal 100 off 80 and then sell him for that, and then make sure you've got links already for his replacement, the 25 million striker that you wanted to bring in. Because the longer you leave it, you become desperate. The other club know that you have 100 million in your kitty, and all of a sudden they're like, actually, this player's worth 50 now.
Yeah.
What happened? 100%. They'll be like, well, going from the measures of Toney being worth 100, you doubled your 50 million, we're going to double our 25. So tax, you're right with that. There's tax there, and there's going to be vicious circle for clubs all the time, especially if they buy late.
Yeah.
Or sell late. Sorry.
I mean, we've got maybe 2 weeks or just under 2 weeks left in the January transfer window. And again, apart from the likes of Toney, or I'm just speaking for Arsenal in general, like, as my team, Toney's been the one that's been sort of the top target, but I don't even think he's been a top target from the actual team. Do you know what I mean? That's just more what fans thinking. Oh, let's bring Toney in. Like, okay, no. Personally, I don't think I would never ever pay that much money unless they were willing to sell him for like 30 million. That's the only time I would accept it. But any other time, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't even entertain Ivan Toney. I don't even think he's that good. He's good, but he's not that good, really. Let's face it. He's not a game changer.
No, he's not a game changer. No.
So and obviously there's been talks about Benzema on loan, but apparently that's going to be a bit tricky now, because in order to do that, whichever team decides to take Benzema on loan, they'll have to pay like 31 million to the Saudi club. So for loaning Benzema, so it's 30 plus million, because it's like he's sort of in breach of a contract. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't been playing, so they're like, well, okay, well, if you want to go on loan, then the other team has to pay the remainder of your wages, which is a lot of fucking money, because they don't offer you that money and then you can be like, oh, I'm just gonna pop off, mate. Yeah, I'm just gonna head over to the UK.
I'm really glad they don't do that. I'm glad they're holding on to that rather than just end up paying silly players. And I'm glad they've got that on their transfer, because I hate players who think they can control it. They're like, listen, you can't go to work and demand you get paid by not turning up, right? No, that's what this is. They're professional footballers, but that's work. It's a business. Chelsea Football Club is a business. Arsenal, El Tifaki, wherever you playing in Saudi or here, it's a business, and they want to make that money. So yeah, no, I'm glad they've said that to him. But
it's like we'll give you.
If you get Benzema, would you not have Benzema for 31 million?
On loan?
On loan?
Absolutely
6
not.
months?
Absolutely not. 31 million. No, you might as well just go and buy.
I think having Benzema would increase your chances of winning the league like massively.
31 million. I'll be honest with you, right? With that 31 million,
would you have a chance? Let me rephrase the question. Sorry. Would you spend 31 million to increase your chances to 90% or 95% chance of winning the league? That's 31 million. Would you do that?
On loan, no, considering he's been away from the top leagues for at least 6 months, and I don't even think he's been playing that much whilst he's been out there. No, I think that's a massive, massive risk. For 31 million, I'll be honest with you, going for Giroud. Get Giroud for 1 year, paid 25 million or whatever you need to pay for Giroud, bring him in, and that'll be happier with.
Giroud's a quality player, like.
Yeah, he's been scoring goals. He's like, I think he's got
Giroud as well. Giroud.
He's got 20 or 21 goals and assists this season for AC Milan. Like, why wouldn't you? And that is proven. Okay, fair enough. Some may say, oh, it's Serie A and not so, but look, it's a top 5 fucking league. AC Milan, they're a top team. And they have been for the last couple of seasons. They won the league recently. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so do you know what I mean? And they won that because of Giroud's goal and assist contributions. So yeah, for 31 million on loan for Benzema, as good as he is, and I know that he will be good, for a Premier League team, for us basically. But no, I think that's a massive risk, to be honest with you. Even if it may increase our chances, I don't think I'd be willing to do that. It's too much. It's too much a risk there. Considering FFPs and stuff like that as well, like that have been kicking in recently, it just makes no sense to bring in someone like
31 for a goal scorer for me. I don't think it'd be that bad. I hear what he's saying. I do know that he's not been playing and so on, but I feel like he can do that. I don't know whether I'm just fanboying over Benzema because of the quality striker he was.
Sorry. Let me interrupt. Let me interrupt real quick. And don't forget that he's never proven himself in the Premier League team or in the Premier League. Sorry. Right. So keep that in mind as well.
He has against Premier League teams because he scored goals against Liverpool and United and Chelsea and whoever he's played in the Champions League, City. He scored goals against those defenders.
Yeah, but look at the team that he had behind him, though.
No, of course, but like the chances he had for me are just like, how the fuck? Like, how have you managed to squeeze that in? How have you managed to do that? And this is as a Chelsea fan, and that's what I need. That's what we need. We need somebody who gets half a sniff and just all of a sudden the ball's in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? Now, is he able to do that? Is he capable of that? I didn't know. By the way, again, I go back to I didn't know he was off for that long. As a goal scorer, it doesn't matter what league you're in. I think we can put the ball into him. He can score goals. But and look at Harry Kane. Left here, went to Germany. 22 goals in 6 months already. You think to yourself, crazy. And I know he's got Bayern, but they're second. Leverkusen are first.
Yeah. Literally Leverkusen are first.
Everybody's sitting there thinking like, you'll be pleased for Bayern Munich. Yeah, they're second.
I saw a meme, right, which basically had Arsene Wenger and Xhaka, and it basically said Arsene Wenger brought Granit Xhaka in 2016 for him to go to Bayer Leverkusen to in order to stop Harry Kane from winning the
league. Stop Harry Kane from winning the trophy. Love that.
That honestly, I cracked at that so much because it's so
funny.
The
internet wins again. The internet wins again.
Always wins. But I don't know if these people. I don't even think these people are real. By the way, who create these memes, I think it's just a machine.
AI.
I don't even think they're real people. Yeah, 100%.
Some quantum computer somewhere doing that. But no, quickly back onto Benzema. For me, I'd have him for 31 million for 6 months. I think I'd have.
Yeah, but you
spend
money,
a lot of money.
Yeah, you spend money on crazy people.
On crazy people, but this would be one time we'd spend money on somebody that is actually worth it. Or I think it's worth it. But again, going back, I'm a bit hesitant now as I'm saying all this. I'm going to probably really contradict him, man. But I don't know now. If he hasn't played and he's problematic, I don't know if I'd want that around the club. I would rather go another year sitting 10th or 9th rather than have a bad apple who kind of ruined it for everybody. But
I don't think
on the flip side, we are desperate for a goal scorer because Nicholas Jackson's not doing it. Broy is clearly not doing it. And we'll talk about Broy and Chelsea rumours as well. But yeah, it's just crazy.
I don't think Benzema is the type of player, or from what I can see, or from what I've seen throughout his career, I don't think he's the type of player that will create problems in the dressing room. But again, it's just if it was 31 million or the remainder of his wages for 6 months or whatever it is, and then you have the right to purchase him at the end for a further 15, 20 million or 15 million or something like that max, then fair enough, that could be a deal that I can get on board with. But apart from that, I just, that 30 plus million, just keep it. Fuck it, keep it. Reinvest in the summer, get someone who's better than that. Because again, you got to factor in the age of the player as well, and and like I said, he hasn't played that consistently for the Saudi club, so it's just a bit difficult to accept really. But yeah, I mean, apart from those two, there hasn't really been anyone else linked with Arsenal so far. Like I think to the point where we brought back a young striker from our academy who was playing for Motherwell. His name escapes me right now. But Bernthal or something, or Bietel or something like that. I can't remember. I read it earlier today. So we've recalled him from Motherwell, and he's got like 10 or 12 goals for Motherwell. 11 goals, sorry.
That's good.
So so it's not a bad return. But again, academy player, but we've got Eddie Nketiah for that. At that stage, Eddie Nketiah was scoring goals for fun. Emile Smith-Rowe was scoring goals for fun at that sort of stage in their career. So I don't know how much that proves, but yeah, I mean, the fact that we've brought someone in like that who can provide a different option, possibly and hopefully, it means that the striker's not really, something that we're, as the club, I don't think we're looking to bring in January. We mentioned the difficulties of bringing someone in like that at this time, so.
You really do need to bring somebody in, especially if you're going to try and win something, especially if you're going to try and win this league, because finishing second again, and I know we've had our jokes and stuff, and like, oh, you finished second, you did this and so on. We try to rip each other, but obviously my team is doing what it's doing. But anyway, I don't know if some Arsenal fans will sit there and be like, what is going on here? Because finishing second again, they'll look for somebody to blame. You finished second, how are you building on? You brought Declan Rice in, which was fantastic, but then you can't finish second again. Declan Rice is great, but you need other investments. I think you guys have been past 6 games. You've been crying out for a striker. What was it? A record broken for most touches in the box, and then not scoring against West Ham. You need somebody to come in. Like, as good as it is, this reminds me very much like a Chelsea strategy as well. Like, we've got linked in with another defender or linked in with another midfielder, and you think, where the fuck are they going to play? You can only play 4 at a time. 4 defenders, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders maybe at a time. But we need a goal scorer. We are not scoring goals. Frank Lampard is not there. Lampard can't get us goals from midfield. Which, by the way, shout out to Frank Lampard. I think he's like 6 on the all-time Premier League scoring from midfield. How the fuck is he 6?
Did he reach 200 goals?
Yeah, I think
he reached 200 goals. I think.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't. It's like you said earlier. Like, I have no idea right at the minute, but yeah, but we're missing all that. So you guys do need a striker. I think you and us are desperate for a striker at the minute. I
agree, but we discussed this a few episodes ago, didn't we? That it's difficult to find the right person to bring in at this stage, again midway through a season, because again some teams that have good strikers, they'll want them to continue down the good run.
Yeah.
So it's it becomes almost an impossibility to even to even think about someone to bring in. But yeah, I think for us,
but you and I are not the elites at our clubs. Our job day in, day out is not to scout players to bring them in. Like, these guys have got these guys who are looking at probably like all leagues around the world, like bringing somebody in from Mexico or somebody from Brazil, somewhere in Latin America or Far East Asia or somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, bring a striker in. You and I can only go off the stuff that we read, the stuff that we hear, whereas these guys are not relying on other sources to be like, oh, just heard Larry's a good striker. These guys would have known, would have gone to see Larry play. They would, okay, Larry's not for Arsenal. Let's go try Ricky. Ricky's not for Arsenal. Right, let's go visit somebody else. This is a multi-billion-pound business that is performing at the highest level of sport. These guys would already know who to buy. They're probably just not willing to spend the money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And again, you're right. We can only go from what we can see.
To be spent. Like, I see my team is spending shitloads of money on bang average, if not below average players. And you think
some of them, yes.
No, but to be fair, all of them. Like, the £1 billion that we have spent, have we bought one player that we've gone, oh, you lucky bastards, I can't believe you got him?
No. Absolutely not.
And that's £1 billion spent.
Well, Cole Palmer, I would say.
Yeah, Cole Palmer. Okay, but even Cole Palmer's not finished tackle. He's 20-year-old, 21 years. Too much pressure to put on a young lad. Luckily for us, Phil Foden came before him, and he gets all the media hype. Because if Cole Palmer was getting all the media hype and then he doesn't perform, the British press will turn on him faster than fuck. I don't know what to compare it to, but they will turn on him quickly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he loses his cool, or he's not as good as everybody thought he was, and so on. So yeah, but for us, like, I'm happy that he's spending the money. Now I just need him to kind of channel that spend into somebody willing to score, or who's good at scoring goals, who's good at defending, who's good at holding play up, or can do all three. That's why I was like, Benzema possibly 31. Just fucking spend it. You're going to spend 100 million. What was it? Ferguson we were linked with. 19-year-old. Come on, bro. Get me Benzema. Get me Benzema for 6 months. And coach, get Benzema so that Breuer and Jackson can see how you finish. Get Benzema in simply just for training, to be like, actually, yeah, this guy's quality. But yeah.
No, I agree with you. It's tough. It's a tough one. And again, because of the goals that we're trying to reach, I'm just saying for Arsenal, right? Like, specifically this season, the goals that we're trying to reach, that adds the extra layer of difficulty, because teams are like, oh, so you need this guy.
Yeah.
Guess what? This guy is the best guy for you. So 120 million, mate. And it just, right now it's disappointing, I'll be honest with you, because it's been very quiet. Not just in terms of the striker front, but it's been quiet for any reinforcements that we're willing to bring in. It doesn't fill me with confidence, and I'm not really looking for, because it's like, Saturday we've got our first game back. We're facing Palace, I believe. Yeah, we're facing Palace at Selhurst. I think it's at Selhurst, and
Palace at the Emirates.
It's at the Emirates. Well, there you go then. So it's
12 away after.
12:30 kickoff, and usually 12:30 kickoffs don't really go well for us, and especially in the last few seasons they haven't gone well for us. So, and especially against a team like Palace, who have dark horses, like in terms of against big teams, because they can bring it, they can really bring it, and they've got some decent players. So it doesn't fill me with confidence that we're even going to be close to second this season, because as we discussed last episode, KDB's back, and
that guy, man,
and he's changed everything. He's changed everything. Any plans that teams had before Kevin De Bruyne came back, they've just been shattered now. They've just been shit on. Klopp shitting himself as well. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, this guy's still back. So he's probably going to send one of his youngsters to be like, right, next time we play Man City, you go in 2-footed on that prick, and it doesn't matter about your suspension. I'll pay you fine.
Yeah, I'll pay you fine.
Don't worry about it. Just go get him done over, basically. So look, like I said, in terms of Arsenal, it's been really quiet. Nothing really much. There's been links with that. There's a player called Joshua Zirkzee.
Where's he from? He was like somewhere in Spain, wasn't he? Somewhere, like, I can't remember.
I thought it was like Genoa or some shit like that, wasn't he? I can't even remember.
I knew you were linked with a Spaniard as well, but they were like, Arsenal weren't willing to pay his 73 million release clause. And then there was another guy, Chelsea and Arsenal both linked with the Benfica guy. And I was like, are we really going to Benfica again? Get fucked over, like pay release clauses again?
They're laughing. They are laughing right now. Yeah, Benfica are just laughing at us right now at the Premier League. But so I mean, not really anything to discuss about Arsenal's transfer window, and unless the surprises right at the end. But let's move over. Let's have a little chat about Chelsea, man, because you're saying about strikers, but I'll be honest.
Well, we're looking to get rid of a striker. We need strikers. It looks like there's rumours that we probably might be letting Armando Broja go.
Do it.
And do it. But it's what they're asking for. They're asking for 50 million, bro. Like, come on. Like, who's willing to pay 50 million for Brett? I know he's young, and I know he can score goals because he proved it when he went to Southampton on loan that year. True. And then he got injured. So maybe he needs some, I don't know, an arm around
more consistency,
consistency run out in the team and so on. And the team also, by the way, when I've watched him, he makes decent runs, but they just don't give him the ball, like as if Chelsea players want to play that horseshoe football rather than now and again kick it up top. And but if he goes for 50 million, I'll take that 50 million all day, every day, because we need to try and hit that financial fair play as well, because we have spent crazy amount. But then again, in a way, I'm sad because we lose these academy players that we've brought through who know what it means to be Chelsea through and through, coming through the ranks. In terms of linking with players, we're linked with flipping everybody who's in defence, anybody and everybody. The one player that we're not linked with, which annoys me so much, is Giroud. I don't understand why we are not going after this guy. You mentioned it earlier. We've mentioned it in previous episodes. We need to go after Olivier Giroud. But now that's not happening. We seem happy to sell players to AC Milan, but we don't want to bring anybody in. I don't even want that Leao in. Yeah, I don't even Leao. Like, I don't want a winger. I need an out-and-out striker. I need a number 9. I need somebody who can be up top and be found up top. If the ball's on the wing, he's there in and around the box, not kind of pissing about in midfield somewhere because you want to come and get a touch. I need that kind of player up there.
If Tony goes for, if they're looking for 100 million for Tony, then Rafael Leao is easily going to be in the 110, 120 million.
Easy, yeah. No,
so is that worth it? You got to ask yourself, is that worth it?
No,
what's he proven to be at that price?
The thing is, if we're buying Rafael Leao, we've just said goodbye to £80 million investment in Mikhail Mudryk, because we're like, you're not good enough. But you've just wasted that by doing that. Did at least give him whatever? He's not finding his feet, but there's sometimes decent performances in here and there.
He's beginning to crawl, basically. He's beginning to crawl.
There we go. He's beginning to crawl. That's a good analogy. He's beginning to crawl. But Yeah, I don't want Tony either. I don't think he's a goals. Most of his goals came from penalties. We've got a penalty taker. Cole Palmer seems to be putting him away.
Cold as ice, mate.
Yeah,
cold as ice.
I don't know who you would get. To be fair, instead of Giroud, I would spend 100 million, and I would spend it on Isaac. I would get him and help Newcastle with their financial worries. But
I agree.
There doesn't seem to be anybody linked in with Newcastle. I don't even think Newcastle are willing to let him go. They're more willing to let go Bruno. What's his name? Guimaraes?
Guimaraes.
And rather than letting Isaac go, because they can see Isaac is quality.
Isaac is an excellent player.
Yeah, great football. You saw the goal he scored against Man United.
Absolutely, I did. Yeah.
City. No, against Man City, sorry. When he bent it around the keeper. Yeah, City. Because they were losing 1-0, 1-1, and then Gordon scored, Anthony Gordon.
That's right. Yeah.
So... yeah, for me, Isak is worth 100 million. If Ivan Toney, that's a 100 million pound striker.
I can understand.
With respect to Ivan Toney, Isak is worth 100 million because he is young. He is starting to hit his prime, and he does have a big contract in Newcastle. Don't forget, you've got to pay. The length of the contract matters into what's it called, the valuation of the player, because they're going to be, hold on, he's got 3.5 years left with us. We're not really going to let him go for cheap. So rumour wise for Chelsea, that's pretty much been it. Nothing in though. We've got a couple of players who've gone. Ian Maatsen went to Borussia Dortmund. I don't know if you remember who he was. The little
Maatsen, of course.
Yeah, well, he's not lad. Yeah, man. You know, he came from Burnley. He had a terrific season at Burnley last year on loan, getting him up into the Premier League. And
I'm surprised Burnley didn't go back in for him, to be honest.
They did. He didn't want to go back in.
He didn't want to go back.
Space at Chelsea, but then he just got played out of position. He's a left back for Burnley. He played right wing, but then Noni Madueke seemed to be ahead of him in the pecking order, which I don't understand why. And then if that was the problem, why not playing him at left back? We were playing Colwill at left back. Colwill has a bad performance. We're blaming his age and his inexperience. Going, this is his second season in the Premier League, bro. Like, put him at centre back where he belongs. That's where he needs to play, not left back, because he's not giving much going forward. That's why Mudryk was isolated. There is no overlapping happening from him. Chilwell comes in, you saw the difference. Chilwell will do it. Chilwell's up and down all the time. But anyway, that's why Matt said, so yeah, he's gone. He's at Dortmund, so wish him all the best. And hopefully he can come back a terrific player like a Jude Bellingham, Haaland, whatever Dortmund do to their academy, whatever juice they put them on.
They sell it to Bayern, really, don't they? That's what they do. They get prep for Bayern. So.
That's very true. That's literally what it is. But no, he's our player. He's not going fucking nowhere. Just get him good for us and then that's it.
No, that's a fair point.
But again, same to you though. Same as you. Very disappointed. Nothing happening.
Nothing's happening. Yeah. It's and again, it's coming up to the end now. So it's still got a week and a half, and a lot of things can happen within a day, really. So, but again, you're right. You said it. We don't know what's going on in the ins and outs of the actual team, and behind the scenes, basically, we don't know what conversation they're having. They probably it's sad that they're going, fuck all these media, right? We're going to wait until the last 3 days to announce this player that we've already bought that no one knows about. Do you know what I mean? And
it'll be difficult because there'll be people out there who will whisper and get the story up. But I hear what you're saying. That'd be sweet.
That was definitely an over-exaggeration, by the way, trying to emphasize on a point.
We try to do our driving lessons, if you reminisce, going back to reminiscing times, and we try to pass without telling each other and just turn up and pick each other up on the car. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
That's literally what it'd be like. Like, I'm going to do all this, but I'm not going to tell him I've passed. And then even when I do pass, I'm keeping it quiet till I buy a car and then just turn up and buy the car. So yeah, good times. But no,
you know what? It's funny that you mentioned that, right? With the driving, like passing your test and getting your first car, because I remember that the first passenger that I had in my first car. Do you know who it was?
Me?
No, it was your brother.
Oh, my brother. Why would you have my brother? It was your brother.
Because I think you were working and your bro was basically, because I think you just moved in close to us at that point.
Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah, you must have done, obviously. Yeah. And I was going to pick up the car that day, but I didn't have anyone else. And then your brother was like, I'll come with you. So I was like, all right, cool, yeah. And do you know why I remember that?
Close here, didn't we? Yeah.
Do you know why I remember that, right? Because again, stupidly, watching too much Fast and Furious, right? But do you remember? You remember where I used to live, right? I had the house and then the big field, and then the big field in front, right?
Now, the field in front, and there was behind.
In front of the house.
Changed the services.
Behind don't tell people about that. But there was the big field in front of the house, and then the main road. So basically, I remember he was in the car, was coming up the main road, and then at the top of that field there was like a little sort of slope, basically, where the cars can go up.
Yeah.
So stupidly, I thought it'd be a good idea to speed up a little bit, pull the handbrake. But when I did that, I pulled the handbrake and the car didn't move, obviously, because of the fucking front wheel drive, so it wasn't going to do shit. And I remember hitting the curb whilst I was getting up onto that grass. But yeah, it was actually your brother. My first ever passenger in my first ever car was your brother. That's crazy. So, but yeah, that was, you're right.
I'll have to ask him, see if he remembers that.
See if he remembers that, and let me know. Let me know if he remembers that.
He might be a good bad luck charm, because I've been in the car with him. I pulled the handbrake nice, and I went and smashed into the curb and damaged my alloy. And whoever saw me from behind looked like as if the wheel was buckling, but all it was because the alloy had caved in a certain part. It looked like obviously that piece was in and out. And it just, everybody was like, "Do you know your left tire, your left rear passenger?" And I was like, "Yeah, fully aware of it. You need to screw it on. It's buckling. It's not on properly." No, it's on. It's just I fucked up the alloy.
Yeah, this is what happens when we missed Fast and Furious that much.
Listen, no more, bro. No more. Don't even get anywhere near me.
Yeah, not in that Bugatti, by the way. Don't let him get in the Bugatti. Yeah, don't let him in the Bugatti, bro. I'm telling you. But going back to it, you're right. I don't think, obviously, they can't really keep a secret for that long anyway. So at some point it will be coming out. But it's just it's parts of my brain. I'm like, oh, giving me a bit of false hope, where it's like, yeah, I'm sure they bought someone. I'm sure they have. They just haven't announced it. But in reality, they haven't bought anyone. They haven't even discussed anyone. They're out on holiday, like going to fucking warm weather training, and then they're coming back to -5 fucking weather.
Yeah, literally that.
That's some extremes. That's some extremes right there. So
speaking of some extremes, don't you think, like, obviously on the lifestyle that some of these players use, just moving on to some of the players who're looking to leave Saudi, like Jordan Henderson, for example.
He's left.
He went there. Yeah, he left, but like he went, and there was controversial in why is he going? He's done this, he's done that, and he's an advocate for gay rights and LGBTQ and so on, and going to a country where all that is illegal. And then you kind of see him playing in front of 600 fans. And I was like, how can you listen? You're a millionaire as it is. No, you can never have too much money. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure you're working. You can never be if I made 10 grand, I don't want any more than 10. If somebody offers you 20, you'd be like, I'll take 20.
No, please.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? And if it's 20, you're not going to be like, that's enough. There's never enough when it comes to money.
Yeah.
But you were doing well, bro. Like, I'm sure he was doing well. I'm sure he was doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you leave for Saudi? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you were Muslim and you were practicing Muslim and you had, like, you lived that lifestyle and so on, you know what I mean? Like, you're very sort of religious and lived a type of way, that's fine. Like, N'Golo Kante, thriving over there. Koulibaly, thriving over there.
Loves it, yeah.
Edu, what's his name? I forgot his name. The keeper that we sold to Saudi. Oh, what was his name? Our keeper, man.
Mendy,
thank you.
Yeah.
Edouard Mendy. Loves it over there because these guys are practicing Muslims.
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson's from Sunderland, bro. Like no disrespect. This geezer's not used to, like, going.
It couldn't be more different. Couldn't be more different as a place, for sure.
And we aside, like, he can't be going to Saudi, but now it's clearly that he wants to come back. He's saying, using all the reasons I think of, I want to get in the England team and so on, but I think he's just really struggled to adapt to the lifestyle. And hey, nothing wrong with that. You tried it. If it didn't work for you,
it's not for everyone.
Even money doesn't make you stay, right?
No, of course. And then that proves it, to be fair. But even Benzema, like, going back to him real quick, I think the main problems that he was having was that he wasn't getting involved in the club's events that they were having.
Right.
After matches and stuff like that, so he wasn't getting involved. Whether that's Benzema's a Muslim, as far as I know.
He
right?
is. No, he is. He's a Muslim. Yeah.
So in a way,
maybe that's
kind of. In a way, it kind of, like, it kind of shows that religion maybe not the main factor. But I'm sure for Jordan Henderson, it is something that, he's sort of more of a culture shock for him.
Benzema not do that. This is
club events. And that's the thing. But look, there's a lot of players that wanted to come back, and I think the only player.
Firmino wants to come back as well.
There you go. Oh, there you go. See,
there's a player.
If Liverpool don't bring him back, then I swear I need to call up the Arsenal, customer service and be like,
can you transfer me to Edu?
Yeah, can I speak with Edu, please? Because I need to recommend this player. Oh, I don't know if you've heard of him, called Bobby Firmino, who scored 15 fucking goals against Arsenal every time he plays with us. Please, can you just bring him in so he can score against, Liverpool and City?
He scored for us this time.
For us, please.
Great shout, Bobby Firmino.
Great shout. But again, not an out-and-out striker, but he knows how to play that game. He knows how to build a play. He knows how to hold a play and let the wingers get on with it, which again, as an Arsenal fan or Arsenal fans listening, they'll be like, well, Jesus does that for us. So again, it's not really someone to bring in to change.
I feel like he's a more clinical finisher than Jesus. Again, so I've not watched him that much, but the times that I have watched him, I'm thinking like, how the hell's he scored that? Or what he scored? How? And yeah, when
you ask that question on how Bobby Firmino scores that goal, right? I'll tell you how he does it. Yeah, he runs up to the keeper. He smiles at the keeper, so the keeper's like, whoa, fucking bright.
Look at those teeth.
Done, goal. Done. No look past, you know what I mean? And when he turns away, the keeper's like, oh, I can see again. Oh, it's too late. It's a goal. It's a goal. So I'll always remember that no look goal that he scored against Arsenal maybe about 2-3 seasons ago, and I think they beat us like maybe 4-1 or something, or 4-2 or some shit like that.
That was Liverpool at their height, though, wasn't it?
And he came on from the subs bench. He came on and he assisted a goal, and then he scored a goal, and then that goal he scored was just like, bro, you have no respect for us at all. And you know what? I loved it because that's the player that you want, but you want it for your team, obviously.
You want it on your team. That's it.
Standard. So that's a good shout, to be fair, Bobby Firmino. But yeah, so far, it's like you said, it's been very quiet. Mostly, you know, you've had a player go on loan, and we're close to making our first sale in Cedric Suarez, which is
how much is he going for, Cedric Suarez?
I don't know, like 800,000. I don't fucking know what he's going for. I can't believe he's still at the club. I'll be honest.
You're paying them to take him.
Yeah, please take Cedric from us.
We will also pay his first year salary. Just here's 5 million for Cedric and plus a year's salary.
Yes, now, please.
The only thing I remember for Cedric Suarez, he was decent for Portsmouth, and then that scuffle that he had with Lacazette. Is it Lacazette?
Southampton, you mean?
Yeah, Southampton. Sorry, Southampton. Yeah. And then that scuffle that he had with Lacazette.
In the training ground. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't even remember anything else.
But you won't, because he hardly played for us. So,
he's a decent squad player.
Yeah, well, not even that. He's more like it's like do you know what, mate?
Just moral to have around.
Yeah, can you just keep the seat warm for us, because we've got another player just, you know, he's in the toilet right now, but you just keep it warm. So yeah, it's been very, very quiet, Rick, and I honestly, I really don't have anything else to add on my team and outgoings and incomings and stuff like that. So I don't know if you wanna add some more.
No, I've got nothing on my team. I've just got one thing. Obviously, I don't know what you thought about Jose Mourinho being sacked by Roma. Good old Jose getting sacked and make it. I put a thing on chat how much money. I think 85 million from being sacked from certain positions.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it.
There was a story, Kit. Like, I saw the not exit interview, but there were cameras at the ground when he was leaving the ground, and he did look emotional.
Yeah,
he turned down a huge paying job to go to Saudi Arabia. Like a huge, like becoming the highest paid manager in the world.
To go to Roma,
to go to Saudi. He turned that down to stay in Roma. So
to stay in Roma, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, this summer, obviously, they were like, oh, we want Jose. You know, when they got Ronaldo, Benzema, Kante, and everybody else around the world. And they offered Jose the chance to go, and I think it was like crazy money. And he was like, no, I want to stay in Roma, finish what I started. And then to be sacked like that, you just think like, so that must have hurt him a lot. Because I think he really must have liked Roma, because he was like, I trust the owners and so on.
But like being stabbed in the back, isn't it? Really,
where do you think he's going to go now? That's the question I brought this up for, to ask you the question of where do you think he's going? And don't say Chelsea. He's not going to Chelsea.
No, he's not going to Chelsea. Definitely not. Well, actually, say definitely not. I don't think it's definite, but I don't think he's going to Chelsea. Yeah. I think depending on, obviously, I know we had this discussion in the group. Maybe Newcastle could be a place for him to go, but I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be a good fit for Newcastle. He may be. I don't know. He may be. He'll get the support for sure, but how long will he last there? Will he be a permanent, fixture for Newcastle, or will he just be like, do you know what, just see us for another season and maybe we can win something because you're Jose Mourinho? But I don't know. I don't think personally, I don't think Newcastle's a good fit for him. And right now, just go to Saudi, make your money, get sacked from Saudi clubs. Do you know what I mean? And get your money from there. And obviously you're on mute, so it's one of those situations, really.
I'm on mute because I was moving the microphone and I had to wait for while you were talking, and then I forgot that I was on mute. But what I wanted to add was, I feel sorry for how far he's dropped. Like, I don't know whether it's obviously that Chelsea link and the whole thing, what he did for Chelsea in that first year, like effectively put us on the winning map or on the winning run that we went on after Jose Mourinho. Because, like he's been to show, like you can have all the money in the world. If you don't have a decent manager, you're not going to win much. Do you know what I mean? A decent owner and a decent manager. An owner who's got the balls to be like, no, you're not for me. And also a manager who's going to cut players and be like, no, you're not for me. You play my way or the highway. And for Jose, he did that at Chelsea. And he brought in players that I've never even thought of he would work together. He brought in some shady characters. He brought players that he ruined careers or let them go. De Bruyne, Salah being the two main players there. But for what he did for us, like he's still a legend for the club. Like, winning the first title in 50-something years.
Oh, yeah, no, he will forever be a legend for Chelsea.
And that's why I feel like I'm sad the fact that he's fallen so far behind the elite, the clubs, the Guardiolas, the so on, Ancelotti's. And I really, really hope he goes somewhere and he does something. Even if it's Newcastle and he does something with Newcastle, I just want to see Jose Mourinho winning again. But in a way, not as much. It's difficult because I want to see my team winning again.
Of course, of course. So that's what I'm saying. Just let him go to a different league that's got nothing to do with Chelsea or the Premier League. So just let him go do something else.
Like he's a character. I'd want him in the Prem. This is me. I really hope. I don't want to see Eddie get sacked.
Not Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Howe. I don't want to see him get sacked. But I don't. In a way, I do want to see Mourinho at Newcastle. A part of me wants to see him at Newcastle, see what he can do.
I know what you mean.
Old school midfielders, old school defenders, and Isak up top because he loves the black striker, mate. He loves a striker with African heritage. He loves the black striker. Did he flipping? I even think was it him who brought Adebayor to Real Madrid when they had like Ronaldo and Raul and so on. I think he brought Adebayor in. No, that was before. No, that was way before. Sorry, ignore me. Because Adebayor played for Real Madrid. I don't know if you believe that or not.
Did he? I can't remember that. I can't remember that. He did that. Did he?
Madrid. I think he was on loan from Man City or Arsenal or somewhere. He went on loan to Real Madrid.
He's definitely not on loan from Arsenal. But yeah. I can. Okay, fair enough. Well,
for me, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see Mourinho do something again. I'd like to see him win again.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's harsh the way that Roma. Obviously, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but it's harsh the way that Roma got rid of him because he won them a title after so many years.
Yeah, one.
Was the Europa League, wasn't it?
It was the Conference League. He's the first manager to win all three major trophies.
So there you go. So he won Conference League. He brought fans back into the stadium, and he basically revived Roma. Because after Totti left, the Roma wasn't anything. And then to be fair, even during the later years of Totti, they weren't anything anyway. They weren't a scary team as they were back in the 90s or early 2000s. But, so he brought that back. And for the owners to turn around, unless he's obviously slapped one of the owners' wives or some shit like that, then that's fair enough, then get rid of him. But unless he's done that, I just don't see why they would get rid of someone like Jose Mourinho because, again, of the achievements that I've just mentioned, and that's a big feat to bring Italians back to loving their team and going to and filling out the stadiums. It's a big ask, and he did it. Whether it's because of his character, whether it's because of the players that he brought in, like the Tammy Abrahams, for example, he brought them in. He did well with them. And it's, again, when you look at his latest Premier League record, he was the last manager to win anything with Man United. And they've gone through, 15 of them? 15 managers now?
Last manager to win a European trophy, with Man United. So,
yeah.
Or anything meaningful without being a Mickey Mouse thing. Yeah, he won the Europa League with United.
He did. Look, it's a major trophy. Yes, it's not, the Champions League.
Yeah.
But it is a major trophy at the end of the day. It's a European trophy. It's kind of respected now because of the Conference League being below it. The Europa League. I won Europa League. Yeah. Oh, well, that's the Mickey Mouse one.
Don't you think it's also great teams in Europa League now? Like Liverpool and other teams, obviously, that have kind of made, because there's such good teams in the world now. There's not enough spaces in the Champions League, so then some do fall into Europa League, i.e. Liverpool being one of them. No, I agree with you. I agree on that, but he needs that.
This season only, yeah. I think Liverpool are going to come back strong in the Champions League.
They will, 100%.
And that's going to be scary as well.
If they do well in the league as well, they'll get some finances behind them to try and even push even further. If they don't win the league, they might look to spend big. If they win the league, they'll spend big to maintain it. Either way, Liverpool have got a bright future ahead of them. As long as Klopp is there, They will do great things.
Oh yeah.
Even if the team is not that great, like Man United, when they won the league with Van Persie, that Man United team was shocking.
Yeah.
But Sir Alex Ferguson made that team win, and then you saw what happened. Sir Alex left.
Boom.
Nothing. Nobody else could get them ticking again.
Absolutely none, apart from Jose Mourinho.
But I've got nothing to add on this. Did we have a question, by the way? Did we have somebody ask us a question on a joint team?
We did. Should we do some quick fire predictions before we get into that question?
Yeah, do come, because I'm cautious of time as well.
Yes.
We said we're going to do for 5 minutes, and here we are at 7.
An hour and 10.
Usual us.
An hour and 10 minutes right now. So, do you know what? Let's just go into right. So Saturday, obviously, first games back.
Are you making a note of these bad boys, or?
Should I make a note? Should I do it?
We're not going to put them up on our. I was thinking we should put them up on our Facebook page.
Do it.
Put them on there, yeah.
I
can make a note, and I'll.
I was going to say I am literally locked in right now with this desk, with this little table. So, right. So obviously we've got Arsenal Crystal Palace at the Emirates, 12:30 kickoff. And again, Arsenal have been off for a week and a half, and nearly 2 weeks actually. So go on, hit me with your prediction, Rick. What are you thinking?
I think you'll win. I think you'll win comfortably. I think you'll win 3-1. To be honest with you, mate.
Nice. I like what you're saying. I think
you've been off for a while. I think you've had enough time to work on tactics. Albeit they've been off and they've got time to work on tactics. But then again, Palace played against Everton. When was it? Yesterday.
Yes, and they lost.
So traveling to Merseyside, driving back, and then playing again on Saturday. They've probably trained today. Might have not trained today, depending on the travel.
Yeah, probably train tomorrow.
Might have been a recovery, then train tomorrow. Do what? Have you got enough time in the day to do how you're going to approach Arsenal and do tactics and do all that? I don't know. I've never been in the elite game.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know the recipe, but
I missed that seminar, but
I wasn't invited to it, so I wasn't invited. 3-1. That's a good shout.
You need a performance as well. Yes. Not only can you win 3-1, you have to convincingly win 3-1. And I know it's a convincing win, but I mean a performance that you kind of be like, well deserved the 3-1. Not one of these scorelines we could have gone either way, and then all of a sudden you sneak in like 3 goals, and you're like, the scoreline does not. The performance flatters the scoreline. Whichever way that is, yeah. It's like.
I like what you're saying. I think I'm gonna go with a 2-0 for Arsenal, even though it will be a tricky game because again. Match fitness, like match sharpness. They've been away for 2 weeks, and like you said, Crystal Palace. Yes, they played yesterday as we record this, but that's their players. They're still active, and they went from playing a match like again high level match against Everton, who are a Premier League team. Despite their point reductions and FFPs or whatever it is, the players will still know how to play football. That doesn't, do you know what I mean? That doesn't take away from the legs and shit. So yeah, I think keep that. Do you know what? I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal, and I think Palace will score first. It'll catch us by surprise, and then we'll sort of wake up and do a 2-1 finish. But yeah, put me down for a 2-1.
2-1. So 2-0 to 2-1. All right, let's have
2-1. Yeah, 2-1. Next game is Brentford, Nottingham Forest, and that's the later kickoff, which is crazy, but
part of me hopes that it's Nottingham Forest that wins. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know why. I just want Nottingham Forest to win. Nuno, the guy who took over, who was at Wolves, was a very good manager. Espirito Santo. Is it Santo or Sanchez?
Nuno Santo.
Sanchez is somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, so I quite like him. He went to Saudi, came back. He didn't do much at Spurs. He was quite realistic in his interview as well. And honest, he said, "Don't judge me for my time at Spurs. Judge me what I'll do from now on." Exactly.
I mean, there's a meme about Jose Mourinho where it's like every club that he's been to, he's won these trophies, and then he comes to Spurs as a massive X. So we don't take it personally. Like don't worry about it. It's Espirito Santo. I think
I also like Callum Hudson-Odoi. I want him to do well. I like Callum Hudson-Odoi, ex-Chelsea.
Yeah.
I want him to do well. And for that reason, I think it's more because I want to rather than what will happen. I think what will happen might be a draw, but I'm still think Nottingham Forest might nick it 2-1.
I'm going to go with my gut feeling. I'm going to go Brentford win. I'm going to go 2-0 Brentford.
2-0, okay.
2-0 Brentford.
Tony double.
Yeah, fucking then there's your 100 million right there. But 2-0 Brentford on that one. Yeah, 2 penalties. It doesn't matter. He scores goals. That's what matters. We can't even do that right now. And then Sunday we've got first game of the day is Sheffield versus West Ham at Sheffield. Look, I'm going to go with a West Ham win on this. And I think it's going to be like I could see that being like a 3-1 West Ham.
I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be 1-1.
Oh, that's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all.
I think they'll be defensive. They might break a goal. I don't know. If West Ham score first, they'll sneak in the 3 goals. But if they, you said 3-1 West Ham. Sorry.
Yeah, 3-1 West Ham.
The other way around. 3-1 West Ham. But if Sheffield score first, they'll be just closing up shop and just trying to keep that 1-0 win. I hope they do well though, because Wilder is a decent manager, and I quite like him from the last time he was in the Prem. But it just goes to show, doesn't it, like how the media kind of hype him up, saying he's a great manager. Why does he not get one of the top 6? Because the expectation at teams like Sheffield, Nottingham, and Brentford is not the same expectation as a global brand like Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United.
Yeah, I agree. There's too much pressure, and this is the same reasons that we used against Graham Potter at Chelsea. Yeah. You are not a global brand manager, mate. So let's just step down. So I'm saying 3-1. What are you saying? 1-1?
I said 1-1. Yeah,
1-1. Okay, good shout. Good shout. And then last game of the day on Sunday is Bournemouth-Liverpool at Bournemouth. Do you know what? Gut feeling is saying that Bournemouth are going to sneak this one in. I'm just going to gut feelings only on this one.
Go on.
I'm going to go. Do you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2 on this.
2-2?
2-2, yeah. I'm going to go 2-2 on this. They've both got the players that can score goals. And Liverpool, again, at the back, they leak goals quite nicely. So I think Solanke's on it. For that
reason, I think Bournemouth will win 3-2. This is Liverpool when they'll face an L. Part of me, I just feel like they will do it at home. I feel like the players are going to really be up for it. And just Liverpool, they're great and they're so on. But there's teams, if you don't fear the opponent, you can do it. And I've seen Liverpool lose to Bournemouth. I've seen Liverpool lose to teams that they should have beat. I've seen Liverpool draw matches. And as long as Bournemouth can stay consistent in terms of their tactics, in terms of their approach, they'll win. We saw in Newcastle. Newcastle got tired. Liverpool then snuck 2 goals in late. Yeah. So as long as they stay tactically sound, for me, this is the game of the weekend. It'll be a 3-2 game.
Wow, game of the weekend. Hey, I like what you're saying.
But I'm going to put a little R in brackets at the end of that. So this is man like Rick's game of the weekend.
Yeah, fair enough. I think for me, game of the weekend, I'm probably, do you know what? It could even be, that's fair. Like, I'll agree with you on that one. I'll say the same thing. Game of the weekend.
R&L.
And then Monday, we've got a game on Monday as well. We've got Brighton Wolves at Brighton. This could be an interesting game as well, to be fair, because where are they in the standings right now? So Wolves are 11th and Brighton are 8th, and what separates them is 3 points. So 3 points between 11th and 8th.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how tight it is.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you thinking for this one?
Do you know what? I've got a funny feeling that Wolves may win it, so I'm going to go Wolves.
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to go Wolves, and I'm going to go 1-0 Wolves.
1-0. I was going to go 2-1 Wolves. A 1 goal difference, but I was going to go 2-1.
Yeah, 1-0 Wolves on that.
I've got a feeling Wolves might nick as well. Wolves are doing really well under O'Neill at the minute, like playing some great football, full of confidence. They've had some awful decisions go against them, and some decisions not go for them, and it's just they would have been much higher up in the league if those decisions didn't kind of hinder. But now, man, Wolves are doing well.
Wolves are doing well, and if they win that, they go above Newcastle in 10th and level on points with Chelsea, but goal difference.
Oh,
Chelsea's goal difference is super big, apparently. Do you know, before we leave, let me just put this on charge real quick because it's gonna die. So. Good job the charger is here because we're getting old and my back just won't let me stand up right now. But so obviously predictions will be back on Sunday with more with the roundup of the games and look ahead to the week ahead, obviously.
And we'll do. I think what we'll do as well, because obviously looking at time now as well, we'll do the joint team Chelsea Arsenal team. We'll answer the question
on Sunday.
That got
on our main
Sunday, pod. Yeah, on our main pod,
which makes no difference because they're both the same time. So but we'll do it on Sunday. We'll have a bit more think about it, even though we've kind of decided anyway, or 90% decided 90%, on the players. Maybe some tweaks on formation and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll come back on Sunday and do that. And yeah, for anyone listening, we'll put our predictions up on Facebook. We'll start doing that from now on. And go follow us on there. So, Rick, if you don't have anything to add, send us out, mate.
Go on, brother, do it, because I was just about put a tangerine in my mouth, geese.
All right, cool.
Mouth dry the motherfuckers. I was like, I need some fluid in this bitch.
You got them easy peeled clementines, bruh.
Damn right, easy peeled, bruh.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you so much for bearing with us for an hour and 20 minutes, even though it's going to be a short pod. We will be back on Sunday with the roundup of the weekend's games. And until then, stay safe, stay alert.